Happy Hanukkah. A new year is about to begin. As we light the sixth candle right now, do we believe in miracles? Do we see that Israel's the land of miracles and God's still protecting this land? I just took a deep breath as I look back and I reflect not only on this 451 days that I've been fighting in this war, but I look back and I say, look at how many heroes, look at how many Maccabees, modern day Maccabees, and women and men that are just standing in the gap around the world for Israel. And it's been hard, but there's a new season really dawning that's beginning, and the regime, the Iranian regime that has done so much work to build so much terror. If I told you a year ago, I said, hey, Israel's going to walk into Syria and Assad's regime will have left a lot of their weapons and have fled. We're going to walk into Lebanon. We're going to see where that Radwan force of Hezbollah, the terrorist ultra fighters, and they're better funded than Israel in many ways. And I'm going to tell you what, they will have fled many of their positions. We're going to have victories in Yemen. We're going to have victories in Iran against their onslaught. If I would have told you this, you know what? You would have said this is impossible. You would have said this is a miracle. And I'm telling you what, miracles are happening. We're living them. It's not easy. We still don't have all the hostages back. There's still about 100 hostages that we want and pray that they'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. Look what's happening in Tehran right now. Aren't businesses all shutting down? Will the entire, I call them the Sith Lords, these people who breed terror, will they be replaced? Will the regime replaced? Will the rightful heir to the throne of Iran, King Reza Pahlavi, will he take the throne? He loves Israel. I wish that would happen. Who knows? But the regime's grip is definitely slipping. And you see around their proxies that they have really established over these many, many, many years, kids that would normally be celebrating around the world, dreaming of something good. You know what they're giving? They're giving them hatred disguised as toys. All these fake little rocket launchers and teaching them, kill Jewish people. That's so wrong. Raising generation after generation to just hate for no reason. Instead of choosing life, they choose death. And we see, though, look at how Hamas has been weakened. And I'm going to go into more of how many are surrendering, how many have been taken out, even right now, hours ago. Hezbollah has been severely weakened. Their infrastructure has been damaged. We've been able to handle all of that. Intercepted a lot of the missiles from Iran. Right, Tehran has been striking us. We've been able to say, no, you're not going to strike us and get away with it. Yes, we've had a lot of setbacks, and I know still shooting. But let me tell you what. Right now is a chance where we have a new ambassador, Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador for Israel. I'm telling you, we have a chance now to regain, the free world to regain. And I just think as a new year comes along, friends, do we believe? Do we have faith for the continuing of the Abraham Accords that Donald Trump did in his former cadency, along with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu? Do we believe that this can happen, that we can normalize relationships with moderate Arab neighbors around? And I believe yes. I believe there's challenges, but Saudi Arabia might be the next one. And I can believe that Riyadh will signal a normalization when President Trump comes back in, and we'll continue to dream. I believe that once Gaza, Judea, Samaria, all over, once Palestinians, Arab refugees recognize that, terror doesn't pay. I mean, it pays the dictator, and the dictator hurts the people. The people aren't blessed when evil men are in power. And I believe that there could be a change even there where they'll start to say, you know what? We need to try something different. The re-election of Donald Trump, I'm just hoping and believing that there will be a new era here where within Lebanon, within Syria, the Islamo-fascist extremist jihadists will say, no, we cannot seem to kill Israel. Their fantasy won't happen. And it's been over a year. And I'm going to tell you one more thing, is that when we saw the large surrender of these terrorists in the Kamal Adwan hospital, there was almost 1,000 people there, almost 1,000. The 401st Brigade encircles this hospital, capturing 240 Hamas and Islamic Jihad terrorists. So again, there's almost 1,000 people, and about 240 were captured and some of them were pretend injured to be injured there, and they were interned there, but they aren't, you know. And let me tell you this: when they misuse hospitals, when they misuse mosques, when they misuse ambulances, when they misuse, it's not going to slide. We're going to have to sift out who's carrying an RPG, it's a lot of work, and people really should understand how hard it is. I know it's hard for people to understand, but that is what we have to go through. And you see how, as another bunch tried to regroup, they were taken out. Some were detained, about 40 were detained, and Shayat at 13 came in, and throughout various raids have happened in this area, and they said, hey, we're going to continue this cycle of conflict. But you know what? It won't continue, because we will stand resilient. And I just want to thank you really for the impact you've done for Israel throughout the whole year, this year of war. All these food cards, 150,000 or so, right? 150,000 shekels we've been able to give for supermarket vouchers, educational programs, help these people who fled from the war, give them food, clothing, shelter, help combat units. Again, it's about 8 million shekels or more, 8 or 9 million shekels of goods, combat vests, tactical uniforms, tactical helmets, tactical gloves, anti-burn uniforms, cultural events we've been able to host. And I just look at this year and I just say thank you guys for standing in the gap for the Aliyah Return Center, all the trees you planted, all 8 of our ARC centers just working so well, 150 graduates from our Hebrew school. I just want to thank you for standing in the gap for Israel. And during this time of darkness, the light shines even brighter. God bless you from the Galilee.
Hi, Shalom. My name is Ayala, and I moved to Israel last year from Texas. And during that transition as a new immigrant, we need all the help we can get. So truly, from our family, we want to thank the donors, everybody who just gives us an opportunity to have a little relief. So from our hearts to yours, thank you. Hag Sameach. And you're helping many people. We appreciate it.